All right, thank you guys so much for joining me for this. This is my any old bag speech for public speaking. So, have you ever been asked what items in your life really represent you as a person and the color of your character? Well, I got asked that question in my public speaking class, and so today I'll show you 3 items in a bag I have that really show off my character. So the first is this Roman coin. So this is dated 2,100 years ago. It's from the Roman Republic. It has the consuls, the Roman consuls on the front and back of the coin. So it discusses that. And I think the reason why this represents me is I've had this since elementary school. I love history a lot. I am a very big studier of history. And this is just one of the many things I have in my room. I call it my Museum 2000, but it's my museum of a bunch of artifacts and other things I've collected over the years. And this is probably one of the most prized ones I have. So I think it represents me. Can I have Nelson, please? Now the second thing is this little guy, and his name is Nelson. So I've had him for about almost 3 years now, and I've gotten him after my last cat, Skippy John, he passed away, and that cat was my brother's cat. This is my first cat. So this is Nelson. I've named him after Nelson Mandela, because I like Nelson Mandela. And the reason why I think this little guy represents me is I see him a lot throughout my day. He sleeps in my bed at night, and his favorite thing he probably likes to do is sleeping and eating food and fighting with his brother. He loves fighting with his brother. So, yeah, he likes doing that. But yeah, this is one of the many things. And then the final thing out of my items are these. A bit dirty, but these are my clogs. So, pretty weird thing. Well, not too many people have clogs in their collection of things. But the reason I have this is in Amsterdam, when I visited Amsterdam a year ago, we went to the beautiful windmills of Amsterdam, and there was a whole shop of people just making the clogs. Like, you could see it being made, and I was like, I really want one of these. So I was with my grandma at the time, my cousins, and I bought one of these, and then I joined them again, and they're like, why do you have those? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I bought them. And they're like, you can't be serious. I did. So I think these represent me a lot because I love to travel. This is just one of the many things I have from my trips abroad, and also just how silly it is. I think it's very, very silly. These are not usual shoes you wear often, but yeah. Speaking of travel, this is my bag. So the reason why I chose this bag is that I take this with me wherever I travel. So whether it be to Europe, to my dad's house, to anywhere far from home, I always take this with me. And I've had it since about elementary school, and I've used it every time I go out, and I'll continue to. So I want to say thank you so much, guys, for listening to my speech. Truly, it means a lot, and I'm glad you guys got to see these things because it shows the colors of my character, and I'm glad you guys know it now.
Good job.